Over in neighboring Japan, Korean government officials and family members of forced laborers held their own memorial ceremony on this Monday in grim acknowledgement of the suffering of the SadoMine victims. Our foreign affairs correspondent Bae Eun-ji has more.
Wearing dark suits, South Korean officials and families of Koreans forced to work in the Sado mines held a memorial service on Monday morning for those forced laborers. This comes a day after South Korea announced that it would not attend a memorial ceremony organized by Japan, saying it had been impossible to settle disagreements between the two governments.
I sincerely hope that today serves as a day of remembrance for all the Korean laborers who had to endure unspeakable suffering under harsh conditions, and that this memorial ceremony brings at least a small measure of comfort to the hearts of the deceased laborers and their bereaved families.
The gold mines on Sado Island off the west coast of Japan are where at least 1,500 Koreans were forced to labor during Japan's colonial rule from 1910 to 1945. The place has long been a center of historical tensions between Seoul and Tokyo. In July, Japan managed to register the controversial gold mines as a UNESCO World Heritage Site after it promised to reflect the mines' full history, including the abuse of Korean laborers. Upon listing, Japan promised to hold memorial services at the site annually to remember all the laborers who had to work at the Sado Island gold mines. After months of negotiation, the two countries agreed to hold their first such memorial on Sunday, before South Korea suddenly announced that it was boycotting the event. Seats reserved for South Korean guests remained empty during Sunday's memorial service, as Japanese officials paid tribute to the victims. Japan's parliamentary vice minister Akiko Ikuina, who was at the event to represent the Japanese government, acknowledged that many Koreans worked under dangerous conditions, but made no mention of how Koreans were forced to work under such brutal conditions, and did not issue an apology.
These laborers from the Korean peninsula, although they were in a unique social situation due to the war, worked under dangerous and harsh conditions in the mines here, far from their homeland, while thinking of their beloved families.
There has been speculation that the South Korean boycott may happen because of Ikuina's past visit to Tokyo's controversial Yasukuni Shrine, a symbol of Japan's past militarism. The Japanese government showed disappointment over South Korea's decision to not attend the event.
As a local resident, I must say that it is truly very disappointing that despite the preparations being made, this is the outcome.
Bae Eun-ji, Arirang News.